chance in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Noles will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 7. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain, needed about 3 more on that one. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
He'll pull it down. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous.
Touchdown, Florida State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Single back formation, and they give it to him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Goes to the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, and watch out. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Looks as if he's going to run it. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Noles headed quickly to the line. Look out, he's got room.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Some fresh air. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. On to attempt the try.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Snap in the shotgun. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete to the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The Cyclones in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. There he goes to the right. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the... And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown Seminoles. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 7 over Clemson. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen,
thanks for the update. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it on the option. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The tag, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
On the snap, it's Covey. He'll take it himself. Just dismissing tackles. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cyclones will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Might be calling a hot route. They'll open the second half on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Leaves it with the running back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy.
Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Armour. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, I like trick plays. I just don't love dialing up the reverse on 3rd down, though, because if the defense doesn't bite, and they're already expecting pass anyway, a lot of guys have their eyes on the QB. They're just following the football in zone coverage, and they use their speed, rally to him, make a tackle, and now set up 4th down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Give to the running back. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback keeps it. Cut there. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. That's caught. It's Morris. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Caught in the backfield, it's Morris.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Seminoles are rolling down the field. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Makes one man miss. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.